How are you?
I'm fine.
Akwaba.
I'm Midase.
Okay. How do you say?
Midase.
Midase.
Like thank you.
Like thank you. Okay. Akwaba means welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Wow.
Nago ibuka ndirimbo ya AFCON.
AFCON.
Akwaba, ya musklo Akwaba. Yeah. It's a warm welcome. So we welcome you in our studio in SKFM 93.9 FM. That is the best sports show, starting from 10 a.m. Till 1 p.m. So that we serve the Rwanda, the best sports show around everywhere and via YouTube. You can just watch us. So I think it's the first time you get in Rwanda?
No, I think the second time.
It's second time.
Yeah, the first one, we just spent like a night. We had a program, I think CAF program like that. So we arrived like in the morning. Midnight. We finished the program in the afternoon.
Okay. So now we have enough time to enjoy Kigali, I think.
A whole week, I guess. A whole week.
You are here till Sunday?
Till Sunday.
I'm here for 10 days.
14 days.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
recently
most
he told me that he will be watching the Rwandan derby.
Yes.
Between APR versus the Lion Sport.
I can't wait to see.
Okay.
You know, games like this, normally we only see the pictures or we watch it online. But
yitwa Micky Junior, ni umunyamakuru ukomeye cyane uzwi muri Afrika nkuko mujya mwumva ba Fabrizio Romano i Burayi no kwisi yose. Ni umunyamakuru ukomeye cyane, twese dukora amakuru iyo mu makipe atandukanye muri Afrika. Turi kumwe hano, yasuye u Rwanda, yasuye Kigali, mu gihe gitoya tugiye kuganira muri rusange. Turagenda tugerageza kubashyira mu Kinyarwanda. We'll be trying to interpret in Kinyarwanda so that our audience will be will get involved. So who is Micky Junior? Who is?
Apart from one of the leading sports journalists in Africa and transfers expert, who is Micky Junior?
Just a young guy trying to make sure that football in Africa is talked about.
Yes.
Because, you know, like the Europeans, if they will not come to do for us if we don't talk about our game.
Sure.
Make sure that, you know, it's held all over in Africa. It's promoted across. So I just try my best to make sure that, you know, we bring the game to our people everywhere in Africa. It doesn't matter the country.
Okay.
And so that is basically what Micky does, and the rest I think you know on social media. So yeah, but originally I'm a Ghanaian, and just that mostly I'm moving all over or everywhere in Africa. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm a Ghanaian, and just doing my best for football in Africa.
Okay. What do you do? What do you do? What's your main your main, let's say, profession? Because you may be described as sometimes a journalist, sometimes a transfer expert, sometimes a talker, sometimes a social media influencer. Who do you call yourself?
Yeah, me, I mean, aside being a journalist, I am an IT manager as well.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's literally what I studied the most. But football has always been a passion. I remember I used to play football when I was young in school. So, I'm just happy to see.
I think all Ghanaians tried that before they fail.
But even for us like that.
No, for me, it's my grandmother who didn't want me to play.
Okay.
Actually, I grew up with my grandmother, so because of the nature of my parents' job, they were always moving, so they didn't have time. So my grandma wants me to focus on school and to take my books serious because her brother was playing football way back long ago in the 70s or so, and he broke the leg. So because of that, she's always scared that I should play. So I remember when I'm in school, when we have to play a game, my principal will have to send to the house to come and plead with my grandmother to let me go. Otherwise, she would not allow me to go. So It's not like I failed. I was very good. I'm sure if you have heard of Andrei Shevchenko, he played for Ukraine.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
That's how they call me. So you can imagine how good I was.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's all okay.
But even for that
Man,
man,
me, I was called Eto, but
No, you didn't
I
tell
don't
us.
think I was good to that level. But
so I mean, to not be playing but still be connected to football for me is still massive for me.
I'm not convinced
Adiko,
of what you do. Yes,
especially
you can be a good journalist, yes, but if someone happen to call you a transfer expert, is it only breaking news on transfers, or it's all about influencing transfers?
No, basically there are more that I do aside being a transfer expert. There are a lot of the football clubs, you know, when before they sign players,
Okay.
they come to contact like Mickey. We want to sign this player. What do you think?
Okay.
How do you let them?
Well, I just try to, because mostly I watch the African game.
Yes.
So I'm able to see a lot of the talents, a lot of the good players. I know most of them, their strength. I know what they can do. I know how good they are. So when the clubs, they contact me, what I do basically, I explain to them how the players' profile, their strength, how good they are, how they can help to improve their team. And so even though I end up breaking the news, and, you know, because the thing is I'm just connected to the game, and I know most of the clubs, and I have good relationships with the presidents, the chairman, the CEOs, the coaches themselves, the players' agents, even the players. So there are some of the news, there are those who even tell me, you know, as exclusive.
Don't you think in one way or another it may compromise your profession as a journalist?
I mean, there is a nice way that I put it, that I don't put the people at risk.
Okay.
So, for example, if I hear of an exclusive, and maybe you are the one who gave me the information,
Yes.
I put it in a way that I am not going to let people know that you are the one who told me, even though you are working at the club.
You try your best to hide your source.
Exactly.
Okay.
I never, because the source, you have to protect them. There are people working in the club, working in the offices, the stadiums, all over. So if you give their names out, you put them at a risk where they can lose their job, they can be fired. So I don't speak about my source.
Okay. One can ask himself or herself, how did you start this? To be the one of the leading sport journalists in Africa, and to be the one of the best and one of the first transfers experts. How did you start this? Did you have the same connection or high connection with the teams? Was it very difficult for you to start it, or it was the easy thing to start it and continue to be the one of the best and successor in these transfer experts?
I think she want to, if I can add something. For sure, we know how difficult it is to break into these transfer channels locally.
Especially for different
if
teams.
someone can manage to break into these transfer channels around the continent, wow, it's a bit difficult to understand. How do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, in Africa it's difficult. Like sometimes you can even get information in the morning.
Yes.
In the afternoon it changes.
Sure.
And that is Africa. Unlike in Europe, once the information is there, it's there throughout the day. But here, it's very difficult.
We change any time, any minute.
Especially, and that sometimes people may think that maybe he put up a fake story, but that is not it. The talks were there, the information was there, but another club can come in within some short time. And you know our African players, most of them are drive-by money. So if maybe this club is bringing $5,000 and somebody can offer like $7,000, he immediately switch. And even though maybe there's
changes mind,
even though maybe there is an agreement already, but it changes. So for me, I think maybe it's about the trust that the people have in me, and the fact that they know that if they tell me something, they are safe. and then I know how to go about it, that I don't put them at risk.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what
turimo turagerageza kuganira nawe tumubaza byinshi kuri we sakora iki atinde umunyamakuru ariko amakipe menshi aranyitabaza mu bijyanye no kugura no kugurisha abakinnyi ese ntaho bigonganira n'umwuga atoyangerageza kubikora mu buryo bwa kinyamwuga kandi nkagerageza guhisha source zanjye aho nakuye amakuru biragorana ko mpavuga ko rimwe na rimwe bishobora gushyira mu kaga uwampaye amakuru na Isa ibyo yamubazaga ese ko tuzi ko bigorana kumenya amakuru nanjye nongeraho ko biratugora natwe ubwacu hano iwacu aho tuzi kumva umuntu ashobora kubikora ku rwego rwa Afurika amakipe atandukanye agashobora gutangaza amakuru ya Afurika bigenda bite yarari muri yatubwira ko nibyo koko biragoye muri Afurika kubera ko inkuru ihinduka buri kanya umuntu akaba yanatekereza ko babikoze ubishaka ubeshya mu zindi nyungu ari fixing wakoze ariko mu by'ukuri abakinnyi ba Afurika baracyari ku rwego rwo gushukwa n'amafaranga akaza undi utanga 7 inkuru irahinduka ibura iyo transfer hari ibihari nyine guhinduka biba bigoye ariko hano muri Afurika uko amakuru ameze mu gitondo nimugoroba aba yahindutse so ati biragoye mu by'ukuri gutangaza amakuru ya za transfer muri Afurika kubera ko ibintu bihinduka umunota ku munota ariko uragerageza ukakomeza kureba uburyo wabyitwaramo neza.
Yes. So for me, I want to ask you, mainly you are Ghanaian. What's wrong with national team of Ghana? We saw many talent in Europe, in big leagues, but the performance of national team, we always doubt about that.
I don't think it's only the national team. I think it's Ghanaian football.
Yeah. From the ground.
Don't you believe it's on a downfall?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. Everybody who loves football in Africa, who loves Ghana football, can now see that our football is down completely. Now this is the lowest hit that Ghana has ever gone in football. With that, not only the senior team, not only the national team, but it cut across. Yeah. Okay. You see that even Chan, we didn't qualify.
Even the AFCON?
AFCON, we are not going. Under 17, we didn't even qualify.
And no any club from Ghana is performing in the Champions League
Cup. So this should tell you that. And I think, mainly the problem, way back, we have a proper transition.
Okay.
Where what we do is that we keep the under 17.
Okay.
We put them, we transition them to under 20.
Under 20, under 23,
then
the senior
team. The senior team.
Okay.
But now we don't do that anymore. If you remember when we went to South Africa 2010 World Cup, we had half of the squad that won the 2009 World Cup in Egypt when we played Brazil in the final.
Yes.
So from there, that's where we had the likes of Andre Ayew, the captain, Ajiman Bedu, Jonathan Mensah. We kept those squad. And
the Red Christian
Atsu. So for example, in 2010, we added only the experienced players, Sule Muntari, Asamoah Essien, just to give the young ones some. But now we don't do that. We hear of a player, he's doing well, he's playing in Manchester. His parents are from Ghana. His uncle is he's a Ghanaian.
Yes.
Maybe he scored 3 goals, 4 goals. Let's go and bring him. And that is the case. What happened with Inaki Williams, Atletico
Bilbao.
Inaki, for example, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when he comes to the national team, he cannot perform because the culture is different. He lived all his life in Spain. Playing for Atletico. He doesn't know the Ghanaian culture. He doesn't understand our football. He has not played with the players there for a long time because Kudus plays differently, Thomas Partey differently. They would not understand him, because with Atletico, they know that he's a fast player. The moment he moves, we have to give him the ball. But here, they don't do that. We have players who hold on to the ball. They want to dribble, do their own thing before they give him the pass. So these are some of the problems. And I think that we have to go back to the basis. For example, Asamoah Gyan, we saw him when he was playing in college, and we picked him. It was a national team that gave him the chance to travel to Europe. he was playing in college, in school football, and then we used to have coaches that were trained, and we send them to communities, to the rural areas to look for the young ones, and we bring them. And those are the places you find good players, natural players who you only have to come and develop them. But now our people are interested in going to chase second hand or players who cannot get a chance to play for the big England, those things, and we are rushing for them. When they come, they don't give us anything.
Okay. But you used to have some good academies, like Dreams, like around Ghana. Are still there? Are they really working?
And Right to Dreams is still there. That's where we had Kudu, Suleiman, and all those guys. And this guy who played for Ivory Coast.
Baba Lahman?
Yes.
Baba Lahman's from there.
And there's this guy, he's playing in England, I think.
Which one?
He played he assisted in the final of the AFCON.
Simon Adingla.
Adingla from Brighton.
Yeah.
They were all from Right to Dreams, Kudus and the rest. So you see, all these academies were giving us, some sort of product or talent.
Okay.
But now, because football has gone down, people are not interested. The kids come. They don't have proper coaches, there is no infrastructure, there is no structure to develop them. And so it makes it difficult, because if you're a parent, you prefer to send your child out than to bring them there. But before, Right to Dream was doing amazingly well. And one of the things that has helped them is the fact that they get most of our legends who have studied to become coaches, administrators, to come in and to help them. And so, like I was saying, until we go back to develop and take our time to learn all these basics, for me, it will take Ghana like maybe 5 years, 10 years before we can come back. It happened with Senegal. They went down, they restructured, and they came back.
Okay.
They came
who is the president of the federation now? I've heard the boss of Dream. Is he the one still learning the
Ket of Okreku.
Okay, he's the president. How do you see him? Is he trying to revamp any?
I spoke to one person from Mauritania. He's close to the FA.
Okay.
And he told me, Micky, your president, when we meet for ESCO or CAF meeting, he only interested in putting on suits. And he doesn't do anything. So if somebody from Mauritania has seen this and is telling you, Micky, we know Ghana to be strong in football. Why your president now? He's not doing the work.
Is he curious about making on Swiss?
Someone told me like that about our former president. He told me, you guys used to have sharp men coming in as presidents, and when you meet them, you see them trying to connect with other African football leaders. But nowadays, your president just come very shy, he sit there and go. What's going on?
So
I think it's the same story.
Yeah, just like Ghana. And you see that there are things that I don't believe in sometimes. I want to see the work, do the work, and when you do the work, it's the people who will speak about you. You're not the one to praise yourself. Me, I'm this. No, make sure that the work is done. And people in Ghana, recently, our journalists, I was even part of course, we had a demonstration against the FA with the hashtag Save Ghana Football. And there are a lot of problems that we identified with the FA. And when you speak against things like this, there are people who are also on the side of the FA. They come out, they also hold their press conference and say they are not true. How, for example, we are playing a Premier League that has no sponsor. I'm telling you.
The whole league?
The Ghana Premier League.
Last time I think it was Bed Power League.
They ran away. Bed Power was Mr. Easy.
Is Mr. Easy
from Nigeria. He saw things that are happening and he's not happy with it. He left. And the winner of the Premier League is given, I think, $30,000. That is like a salary of
$10,000.
No,
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a salary of somebody playing South Africa League or even Rwanda League. And how do we have a Premier League without any sponsor? And people are happy.
It's a shameful.
And you see president is going around.
It's going around and have Brexit.
That's very hard indeed.
Yeah.
Ghana with all the talents Ghana has, football should be an asset for the country, not only for the players or clubs, but for the country.
Very bad.
It's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
There is another thing in your league. Used to be like match fixing. Last season, I think there is like 3 cases, all 4 cases. Isn't it? Donc, is that the question you first in your league, so that Bet Power left your league as main sponsor?
Yeah, it could be one of the reasons, you know. But maybe some reasons that I heard with the Bet Power has to be the fact that the league wasn't talked about or promoted enough. Because I understand one of the clauses in the contract that Bet Power came in with is that there should be like close to $1 million that has to be given to the media houses and people to talk about the league. And you find mostly the stations, radio, they are not even interested in the local product, which is the league. So these are some of the things. And yes, like you talk about, match fixing could be one of the main reasons, because there are some things that goes on, and then you can, even there are some of the games, it's more like the score lines can be predicted before the game.
Okay.
And it happens, like people predict, because sometimes you hear 2-1, 3-2, whatever, and it comes to pass. And you know, when you go to the betting site and the rest, understand people stake it and they make a lot of money. And if you have a product like that, nobody will love to be part of it. That's why I'm not surprised some organizations, institutions, people who have money, companies, they don't want to come to sponsor because of these things that they hear. And some of them are true. Some, there was one last season, there was a game between Dreams FC and a team that is relegated now, RTU. RTU, I understand, were having financial challenges to money to pay their players. So when they were traveling to come down, the big players or the main players registered to play in the league, they didn't come to the game. So they bring in like a Division 2, Division 1 players to come and play.
Okay.
And they were giving jerseys and names and shirts, the numbers like those who didn't come to play. So a player was in the house. A player was a senior player who was supposed to play the Premier League was in the house, but when you check on live score, he has scored a goal because the young one was wearing his shirt, his jersey with the name and the number.
Just for the statistics, when you want to make a transfer, he need those statistics where he's not playing.
But so a radio station called him, a media station called him. We heard you have scored a goal, and he said, I'm in my house resting.
What happened?
Yes,
there is the bad thing that recently happened. There is the fan who have been killed in the stands. What happened there? Between, I think it's Asante Kotoko.
In Swatreman.
What?
In Swatreman, it's a club. It's a name of a town, but it's named after the club.
So what happened? How the FA did handle the issue?
Well,
because the fan did died.
Yeah, he's a big fan, a staunch fan. I understand prior to the game, he received threats. People were warning him, don't come for this game. And this guy is a big fan. We all know him. I met him before. He traveled with the team. Wherever Santico. And Kotoko is a big team in Africa. They were named Club of the Century. You can imagine. They won the CAF Champions League. They played many times in the final. They have a strong fan base. You know, and amazingly, they are doing well. And so what happened was that before the game, he received threats, messages. He even said it himself on radio because like 2 days or 3 days to the game, some of the stations invite their fans to come in and then they speak about the game. So when he went for the game, I understand, even the moment they arrived in the stadium, people were trying to, push him away, don't come closer. And these are the things that happens in our league that, it also drives people, and people are not interested in going to watch games.
Okay.
So when
is that the lack of security?
Exactly. For that game particular, I understand they were told there will be 100 security policemen for the game, but before the start of the game, the policemen there were not even up to 5.
What?
They were not up to 5.
1,
The
2,
whole game.
4, 1, 2,
the whole
3,
game.
4, 5.
The whole game, they were not up to 5. But
So-
when they went for the technical meeting, pre-match meeting,
They are 30.
it was stated that there will be 100 players, but only 5 was there. And in my opinion, I think it was even wrong for the game to start. The match commissioner shouldn't have allowed the game to start. When the security was only 5 instead of the 100 you agreed. But you were told that they will be coming, and they didn't show
I
up.
heard he was stabbed.
So what happened was that 10 minutes to the end of the game, my understanding is that he wants to leave quickly. He wants to leave because
Before the end of the game.
Before the end of the game,
Okay.
around 80 something to 70 something, whatever, he wants to leave so that he can be on his way home because of the threats that he had. Because usually that's how they do in the league. Before the end of the game, you can be targeted. So he was in a hurry to leave, and then the whole thing happened just at the stadium. I mean, the entrance or the exit of the stadium where he was leaving, where there was an misunderstanding, argument, and somebody just
Okay.
and he died right there.
That's
right
very
there.
bad.
That's a very bad.
Very, very
And so because of that, the FA, what they did was that they suspended all Premier League games for the past 3 weeks. Now we haven't played any Premier League match in the country.
Okay.
Yes, it's because
It's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Now.
I just saw the Riz statement from Asante Kotoko, and
They said they will not play the league again. They will not take part in any Premier League game until justice is served.
Oh.
And so what is currently going on is that there's investigation.
Okay.
Our IGP, Inspector General of Police, is in charge.
Okay.
He has stacked his people, his forces to, conduct investigation. But people have been arrested.
Okay.
I understand there's even one lady too who has been arrested. And the whole thing one of the things is that the Inswatraman Club is owned by a minister, a former minister of employment and labor in Ghana. Yes, he was also arrested. Because
What?
Yes.
Of course, he's
Because
the owner
he
of
was
the
the
club.
owner of the club.
Yes,
Okay.
and he was there.
He must be answerable.
Yes, he was there at the game.
Oh,
Must be held accountable for
Yes,
that.
he was arrested. His personal police, who guides him, was also arrested. And so investigation is ongoing. Kotoko made it clear that they are not going to take part in the Premier League until justice is served.
Yes.
And so we are waiting for the IGP and the police to. But I understand the people arrested have been going to court. So we are hoping that we can find the killer. But we condemn this because not even only in Ghana, but football in Africa, the whole world. Why will somebody take a knife to a stadium? For what?
To stab someone's
And if
fun.
security was there doing their work,
Yes.
there should be proper checks. Because you have to search. I think they use something
How
to
did he
scan
check? How
No, sure.
how could they check if there are 5
instead of 100. Another
instead of 100 before the
That's a-
technical
that's
meeting?
a-
But it's very sad, and the family, were so sad. The wife, because the wife, when they interviewed her, she said the man was going. Even when the man got to the stadium,
Okay.
he called the wife that I have arrived. I'll come home, prepare me my favorite food.
Oh.
When I come, I'll come and eat the
sad.
kids. So it's an unfortunate
so
situation. But
it's,
we hope that
so sad.
this doesn't happen.
Okay.
So, Micky, recently we've been see you watching closely Rwandan football. What really attracted you to follow Rwandan
Rwandan.
football?
No, one key thing people have to know is that when we talk about football in Africa, you cannot talk about football in Africa without mentioning Rwanda.
Okay.
That is one thing that we need to know. Don't only think that maybe it's recently or it's now. No, Rwanda is, for me, one of the big football nations here in Africa.
Okay.
I'm impressed with the infrastructure development that is going on in the country. I'm impressed with the teams, the clubs, doing massive and big signings. And these are statement signings. It shows how they want to compete and come in Africa strongly. Whether APR, whether Ryan Sport, Mukura, Police, Kigali. And so for me, big respect to all the teams. And we also have to commend the good job the leaders or the people in charge of football are doing. We cannot, of course, also talk without support from governments and ministry and all that. So I am just happy. I want to see, these are games that of football in Rwanda when sometimes I see the fans, I see the the pictures, the stadiums.
Yeah.
I see
Yes.
people excited for games.
Yes.
I see the interview from fans. Even journalists, big people like you, also big respect to you because you are also doing well to promote your league.
Thank you so much.
And for me, it's a big plus. We just have to encourage that, we get more of this in Africa. If there are even 60 or 50% of people who do like you do here,
Yes.
our football in Africa will be, who will be interested to watch an Italian, respect to them as well, an Italian league game when our football is dominating, everybody is hyped for our derbies, our El Clasicos and the rest. So for me, I'm happy. I want to see the fans, I want to see the people, I want to see the game, the players, the coaches, and so Rwanda football for me is big.
Okay,
Thank you.
what's your thoughts about? I just want to ask you about the statement of Jamie Carragher. Recently, he stated disrespectfully that the AFCON is not a major tournament, and stated that Mohamed Salah will not win Ballon d'Or if he don't win this major tournament. Do you agree with him? Is this AFCON tournament that will be held in Morocco in coming December, is that the low tournament?
No, for me, if you talk about AFCON, it's the biggest tournament after the World Cup. AFCON, yes. After World Cup,
AFCON is the second tournament.
yes. World Cup is number one. Everybody.
No.
You
to you.
believe it's bigger than Euros?
You believe it's bigger
It's
than
bigger than
Copa
Euros,
America?
How many?
Copa America.
How?
Yeah. The numbers told us even the last AFCON in Ivory Coast.
For Copa, I believe we are bigger than.
No,
than
we
We are
Even
bigger.
But for Euro,
Euros, we are also bigger. Let's look at something.
Yes.
Last Euros, look at the number of people who were interested in watching AFCON. Look at the vibe around the AFCON. I was there in Ivory Coast throughout. I spent almost 36 days.
But
The fans, the stadium, even halftime. We
the
have
whole entertainment we
at
have had.
halftime we have entertainment where people come to perform. There are music's going on. At every game, the stadium will be full up. And so
Okay.
for me, the numbers were showing. Look at, we had more than 2 billion people across the globe watching. The AFCON was shown everywhere in the world. Everybody was excited. We had, and it's not like the performance wasn't there. Every game was so nice. If you look at Euros, or let's look at this scenario. The Euros, for example, every Euro you can tell at least 5 teams that can win it. 5 countries that can win.
We can easily
you
predict the winner.
Either Spain, Italy, England, whatever.
Spain.
The big ones, Portugal. But AFCON is difficult. You can find Cape Verde even beating Ghana.
Yes.
You can find Mozambique beating Ivory Coast.
And
Equatorial Guinea beat
we've seen Ivory Coast.
Equatorial Guinea beat Ivory Coast, I think 4-0.
Yeah.
It can no. So let's say it's just like you saying maybe San Marino
Yeah.
beating
San Marino.
One of the
beating
islands.
yes
Venezuela.
Venezuela
is it
from
in,
South
it's not
America.
in South America.
no it's in Europe.
Costa Rica.
No, Costa
Rica
in America.
No, San Marino is in Europe, but
San Marino, Belarus.
yeah.
Andola.
You mean
like
you're
that.
talking about
Sure.
Euro?
Euro. So let's say
San Marino doesn't qualify it.
yeah. No,
They never
I'm just
qualified.
giving. I'm giving an example.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Like, can we expect San Marino
Okay.
to beat Portugal 4-0?
No way.
No.
No
But
way.
It can't happen.
Equatorial Guinea, look at the good job Equatorial Guinea. Look
Are
at the
doing.
amazing performance they
Okay.
give us.
Look at the Cape Verde.
Even Cape Verde,
But
Yeah.
Madagascar,
Madagascar,
Gambia.
You mentioned them,
Okay.
and the rest.
So the AFCON
for
is
me,
the second to World Cup.
After World Cup, AFCON is bigger. And for what
What's your opinion, Mickey?
things Jamie Carragher said, now you heard all our legends. Everybody is saying Carragher is not somebody we should even listen to.
JJ Okocha.
Okocha, even yesterday Adebayo.
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 He said he played against many top class defenders. Karaga is
And
not
Karaga
one.
is not one of the best defenders.
Micky,
He plays with.
Elad recently said when he was at Liverpool, they used to laugh at Kalaga when they were in training.
See?
Sometimes
And
they
he
used to
never won
laugh.
the major trophy in his
He don't have
career.
a major trophy. So maybe he's just jealous of what Salah is doing. You know, and of course, for me, AFCON will always be a major tournament. You see what happened look at the excitement that we had in
The Ivory Coast last AFCON.
Morocco will do their best to be better than them. And so you will see. So for me, after World Cup, AFCON, Euros,
Okay.
whatever,
Okay.
I don't
Micky, here in Rwanda, you have some Ghanaian players who are playing here in Rwanda Premier League, but I wish to ask you for like 2 players. We have one who are good in the last 3 years in Ghana Premier League, Richmond Lamptey. He's here playing APR, Club Giant, but he's not playing. Some people are talking that Richmond Lamptey, he's old, he's not fit. Tell us how the Richmond Lamptey, is he a good player or tell us about Richmond
You can even
Lamptey.
talk about
yes,
about Dauda.
Dauda Yusuf, yes,
Yusuf.
yes. Thank you.
Did you
And,
expect
and
to
then
see?
remember the players from Mukura also who is
Oh,
the top
is it
scorer.
Jarir?
No, Jalul.
Jarir from
Jalil?
Ejinin Boateng.
Mensa.
Yes.
Okay,
Mensa
Mensa.
from Mensa.
Just
Yes.
He's
Mensa.
also the defender from Dream.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember? Is it Jalil? Yes, Jalil. Jalil. Yes,
Abdul Jalil.
Abdul Jalil.
Jalil.
So,
Also
But-
from Dreams FC.
Please
Oh, okay.
talk about Lamptey. Did you expect
Richmond Lamptey,
Richmond
yes.
Lamptey? Did you expect to see him struggling in Rwanda Premier League anytime soon?
Kare buriya ntitwabanza tugasemura abantu ko twagize Ubwongereza.
Ni byinshi biragoye
Cyangwa
turababwira muri make.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Can I speak?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
continue.
Yeah. So for Lamptey, it's unfortunate. I really don't know what happened, but my understanding from a conversation that I had is that he's been like he has been so comfortable at his position, and the coach wants him to try to explore more, give more to the team, especially when you are in such positions. You need to, be able to orchestrate around the midfield, support the team in attack. Also, even when you are facing a pressure, to be able to withdraw back a little, to be able to curve that and then support them. So for Lamptey, for me, it's unfortunate not to see him be playing.
But mainly, which position does he fit in?
At Kotoko, you see, he was doing well, especially when he's playing as an attacking midfielder.
Okay. As an
was
attacking midfielder.
Number 10?
Number
Yes,
10.
Number
Yes.
10.
Okay.
And then he was just played mostly just behind the strikers.
Okay.
So that
So he's number 10.
because he's mostly
He's good at passing and
perfect. He has good eyes for finding the strikers, even the wingers. He was played mostly behind the strikers.
and
Just
that's why he used to assist more.
give more assists and score 1 or 2 brilliant goals.
Yeah.
And so here I don't really. Maybe I'm thinking that maybe the coach has his different style of play, and then that is having an effect on him. But technically, he's very good. Me, I love players who they are left-footed. They can keep on and hold on to the ball. They have good dribbling. They're able to dribble very well. And so maybe I'm also thinking that maybe the environment or the
coach is not happy with his work rate. He's concerned about his fitness and
and let's not forget that before he even came, when he was part of our squad
Of AFCON, yeah.
AFCON, but he wasn't playing because mostly he was injured. And so I think that maybe he still feel that he's not really fit, and but he's very good. I hope that he can be able to come in stronger and then secure a starting 11. But it will depend on the coach because he is mostly with the players. He sees them in training and all that. But he's good. It's unfortunate not to see him play.
About Dauda Yusuf.
No, Dauda is a fantastic player.
he's even playing. He's one of the best.
Yeah, he's so good. He was in, I think, Samates in the signing.
Samates.
They won the league.
He was the champion.
Yeah, so he's very good. We nearly took him to Tanzania for Simba,
Okay.
but you guys were fast to get him. But he's a very good player. I know he was on the list of Simba in Tanzania. They were really, the scout was monitoring him. He was asking me about him. We need to get him, but you guys were so fast. I didn't know how you guys got in. But he's a very good player.
Congratulations to APR.
Yeah, keep very good eye on him. And I know Ghanaians are following him. And supporting him.
Apple had some agents there on ground, I think. That's what helped APL to grab him.
Because if you had wasted a little time, he would have gone to Sipa.
Okay. Yeah, Micky, we thank you so much for honoring our invitation. We welcome you in Rwanda. I think we will have enough time to talk, to share some experiences around African football, and to give us some tips on how we can move from being local journalists to being
actually, they called you African Fabrizio Romano. Do you know?
No, he wants to be Micky Junior mainly, not Fabrizio.
Well, maybe because sometimes I see comments from people. It's unfortunate many times I don't get enough time to read comments and see, but I think I heard it before. But me, I prefer, I'm just Micky.
Yeah, sure.
Let's our African football, let people enjoy it. That's the most important.
Okay,
lastly, I want to ask you, our African football is improving, or we have still having long way to go?
I mean, since Patrice Motsepe, the CAF president, came in power, in my opinion, there have been many improvements, especially with women's football.
Okay.
Women's football. He also introduced the under him now we are having school football in schools where we have school kids. They play CAF under 17, CAF under 15 tournament, and it's good. Maybe people are looking forward to see more. Of course, even me, especially with our CAF Champions League, our CAF Confederation Cup. Those are our UEFA Champions League, and then the Europa. And we need to make sure that everybody can be able to watch it and see it and enjoy it. So for me, there is still one or two things to be, but for under Patrick Motsepe, our football has improved.
And I think in this month we'll have the CAF president's elections.
12.
Yeah. Lastly, I would like to ask you it's a trick question as well. Recently, I just followed you on Twitter, former X. So there is this thing. One of the fans from either Simba or Yanga, they just tweeted about something and just called like, you, Micky, you just want, you are the fan of Simba, others you are the fan of Yanga, others they insult you. I just say it every day via social medias. How do you handle this situation? Because just breaking the news of different teams and having the big fan base across in East Africa, you just recently visited the Kariako Derby between Simba and versus Yanga. How do you react to this? How do you handle this situation and pressure as well?
Yeah, there will always be pressure and insults and criticism from people. I remember when I started, I used to get angry, when I see things like that. Okay. I wasn't so happy. But my mother has been, being a big support. She always, don't mind, don't give, social media is not like a place where, even sometimes there are people who will even attack you. When they see you, they cannot even, they just be behind their keyboard, get internet and write anything.
Okay. With their catfishes.
So me, sometimes I just take them as normal. Sometimes not you. Maybe the little that you have seen. One day I will show you my inbox, all the DMs, and you will see things people write. But I realized that at some point in time now, I realized that not everybody will like you. Yeah. Even when you do right all the time, people will still find something negative to say. So for me, like I was saying, it's about us giving people, let our African football be talked about, let us enjoy our games, our derbies. Like I want to see, I want to see even in the stadium, Amahoro, I want to see how it looks like. I've never been there. I want to see all the improvements. So let us see
the new renovated Amahoro Stadium.
Let's forget about those negative things and focus on positive.
Micky, last but not least, is there any player in the Rwanda Premier League you think you can recommend to any big club in Africa?
especially to these 5 biggest competitions, like in Morocco, in South Africa, in like in Tanzania. Yeah. Did you see one of the players playing in this Rwandan competition?
Yeah, the one who got injured. The top scorer.
Yes, Ngagne.
Or Ngagne.
Yeah, that's a super player.
Yeah, sure.
Very good, amazing talent, and he can play for me. He can play anywhere
in a club,
in the top 5 or top whatever leagues in Africa.
Okay.
It's about him being able to cope sometimes with the pressure that comes with it, with the environment, and the food, the culture, the game. And for me, he's good. He's one player that you cannot, and Dauda as well. That guy.
Okay.
You guys have to do everything to keep him. Otherwise, now that guy is so good.
Yeah, sure. So thank you so much, brother.
So much.
Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you.
You are most welcome anytime,
Is this
any
the first
day
studio
here
he visited in Rwanda?
SKFM.
Yeah, this is the first studio. I literally came in just this midnight.
Okay.
So here is my first. No, it's a beautiful place.
Yes.
The interior is nice.
Thank you
And
so
the
much.
colors as well.
Yeah, the colors. It's red and white. I know what she's trying to say. She's going to talk about Simba. Simba also red and white. No, but it's beautiful. And SKFM.
Yes.
Nice. It's a good place. I had a good time here.
Okay.
Thank you guys, and I wish you well. I'm always available.
Okay.
Even if I'm not in Rwanda, you can put me on the phone.
Okay.
And,
That's good.
That's good.
Thank you so much. And we wish to have you more times when you are here. If it fits with your schedules. So we thank you so much. Please make sure you stay in touch with Rwandan football. We need you. We need you to promote our league. We need you to promote our players. We need to see them go higher. Mostly Rwandan talents. We have talents here. I don't know if you have any idea.
No, that I would be. It's part of some of my schedules as well.
Okay.
I will be seeing the local games and then see some of the.
Okay. So tomorrow he can come.
There's a game tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a
even-
game tomorrow.
Even
And
even
then
I
Pierre and
understand
Ryan
that-
Sport will pray.
Even I understand there's one today. There's a Peace Cup.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Mukura.
Mukura is playing
versus
Amagaju.
Amagaju today.
The return
I
game.
understand. Somebody was informing me about that. So once I am around, I will make sure I cover all these things.
Okay.
See their talent, see the best players, and see how we can help them. Like I was saying, for me, Rwanda, beautiful country, amazing city, very clean. I was telling the guys last night, like everywhere is clean. Even this morning,
That is
and it's safe. Like really safe
Safe
as compared
and clean.
as compared to some countries. I don't want to mention their names.
Yeah.
Okay.
You cannot even be on your phone after 8 and be walking in the town.
Around.
But here, for example, there is a country.
24.
There's a country where I go in Africa. I don't want to mention the name. By 6, 7, my driver is saying, Mickey, I need to take you back to the hotel.
We are not safe.
We are not safe.
You are not safe.
But here yesterday, I saw like 1, 2 a.m.
And
people are
you
walking.
just landed in the midnight.
And people are walking. Everybody is safe. So I was asking the guys, like, are you guys, like, how did you do it? Like, anyway,
It's all about leadership.
Rwanda and the leadership
It's
of
about
our beloved
leadership.
His Excellency Paul
we
Kagame.
are so
I
thankful.
wish it's like that in Africa, other countries I've been.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you would have enjoyed a lot, But yeah, everybody's walking. I was even coming. I saw the motorbikes. Everybody has 2 helmets.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
It doesn't happen like that.
No.
I know what I'm telling you because I've been to many.
I understand.
Yeah.
You're
Sure,
speaking
sure.
from experience.
And I love it so far. Just day 1 already, and I feel like I'm home.
Okay.
So thank you guys, and asante san.
Okay.
Asante,
Thank
asante
you.
sana.
And
Nchini
Asante
Rwanda
in
they say
Ghana,
murakoze.
they say what?
Asante in Ghana, medase. Like
Medase.
thank you. Yeah, medase.
Okay,
In
Medase.
Kinyarwanda, it's murakoze.
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 Okay, Medase.
Like that.
Thank you so
Na
much.
mwenye kamwe Medase.
Hey, okay. Nakugendea.
Okay, thank you so much, Mickey, for being with us for today. And
So keep enjoying Rwanda. Enjoying
we'll
Kigali.
be
enjoy
happy
our
to
football.
see him.
See the president.
Yeah.
A lot of respect for him
It's a big
everywhere
respect.
in Africa.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Arakoze cyane ni Micky Junior numwe mu banyamakuru bakomeye ndetse numwe mu ba experts breaking amakuru hirya no hino ku mugabane wa Afrika numwe mu banyamakuru bakomeye cyane n'umunyagana so rero twaganiraga kwiterambere rye ndetse no kwagiye azamuka by'umwihariko navuga no ku mpano z'abanyarwanda z'abakinyi b'u Rwanda ndetse naho umupira w'u Rwanda n'ukuntu igihugu cyacu cy'u Rwanda kimeze ashima ubuyobozi by'umwihariko umukuru w'igihugu nyakubahwa Paul Kagame watugejeje kuri byiza umutekano isuku byose biba mu rwatubyaye mu gihugu cyacu cy'u Rwanda.
Only on 93.9 SKFM. Smart Talk, Smart Business. Only on 93.9 SKFM. Smart Talk, Smart Business.
Urukiko rw'ikirenga.
Only on 93.9 SKFM. Smart Talk, Smart Business.
tuza twinjira mu ikipe ya Rayon Sport. Mwabyumvaga neza twe dufite umutumirwa Micky Junior. Comment zanyu nazibonye.
Ubutumwa bwatambutse rwose.
Comment zanyu nazibonye
ngo wahunze
ngo nahunze
Ari ngo agiye he?
ariko nk'ubu ko kwiyumumbe ubu n'ikibazo kimwe mbajije nacyo murakiga.
Wabajije ari ubaza ngo aha ngo how ngo garavuze ngo AFCON ni iryo shanwa rya kabiri komeye nyuma y'igikombe cyiza bivuga ngo how ngo aha ngo rikarabaje how
Ikiza no ko Action College hari no kuyigana
so twigiye se
no kuyigana kabisa
ubwo nanjye munyereje muri Action College
difference irimo ni igihe mwagiriye n'igihe tugomba kugirayo
cyane. Ubwo rero reka tubwire abantu bakeneye kwiga indimi zirimo Icyongereza, Igifaransa, Igiswahili, Igitaliyani, Icyesipanyolo, Ikinyarwanda, Icyarabu n'izindi. Tubafitiye abarimu b'impuguke ndetse babafasha kwiga cyangwa gukorera ndetse n'abashaka kujya kwiga cyangwa gukorera hanze bafasha kwitegura ibizamini by'indimi mpuzamahanga nka TOEFL, Duolingo, TCTF na TCF kubakikirije amashuri cyangwa bashaka kubona diplome iri hejuru ya 2 principal passes bafite amasomo y'abakandida bigenga kandida libre mu mashami atandukanye harimo tourism, accounting, HGL, MCE ndetse na culinary arts. Abashaka kwiga imyuga babibagiye batanga amasomo y'imyuga akenewe ku isoko ry'umurimo harimo mechanics, bukanishi, guteka, culinary art, barista, ibyerekeye ubwiza byo gusuka, kogosha, kudefiriza, guca inzara ndetse na makeup. Aya masomo iyo yasoje uhabwa impamyabumenyi itangwa na RTB Rwanda TVET Board. Action College iributsa abayigana kandi ko ikomeje kuha service isanganwe by'umwihariko permis na provisoire. Murabizi nta gutsindwa no gukora rimwe gusa. Ku bindi bisobanuro bahamagare kuri nimero zikurikirana 0782 63 95. Reka dushimire cyane kandi Carlson.
Yes, yitwa Carlson tuba turi kumwe ni garage ryiza cyane rihere hano ukiva muri rompo yo mu Kanogo werekeza mu Rugunga ruguru y'umuhanda rwose uyibona ku buryo bumeze neza cyane. Ni garage rigufasha gukora icyo bita services cyangwa se kugukorera service ku modoka yawe cyane cyane ku bantu bashaka kumena amavuta, abantu bashaka donc kugura pièce de rechange runaka n'ibindi bitandukanye, ariko by'umwihariko bakagukorera icyo nakwita nk'igenzura ry'ikinyabiziga cyawe ku buryo bakubwira bati ikinyabiziga gifite ikibazo iki niki uramutse usimbukiye ukora just ku buntu mu gihe ufite indi service ugiye kuba uhakoresha kuko bafite imashini kabuhariwe zikora ibyo bintu kabisa abantu bashaka nka zino mashini zireba ibibazo byose imodoka ifite bari gukora just for free kuko ahandi ubikoresha rikane harigiye kugira ngo bazane imashini megushyirire ku modoka byibuze bavuga ngo ni 15,000 ariko umuntu ashobora guha service nk'imwe ku bihumbi amini ku mafaranga no ku yindi service waje gukoresha isanzwe ukabikoresha ku buntu ntekereza ko nta handi hantu ushobora kuba wabisanga uretse muri car zone kuko bano bagabo bafite amavuta meza bihariye bavana muri Korea niyo mavuta meza ku modoka yawe musimbukireyo ubundi ibintu byose bigende neza hamwe niyitwa car zone ariko kundu sound iri kugeramo hano rero kwa magnifique yaza kusa nkugabanyaho bikagenda neza cyane so ni car zone rero ngira ngo tuba turi kumwe mu rukiko rw'ikirenga
okay abafana bawe bose ubwo tuza twinjira mu ikipe ya Rayon Sport amurera y'abanyarwanda murabizi neza ko tukwabara